my time to shine. He got it. Splash. And that will put some dogs on it. They were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
And welcome inside the arena, where tonight it's the semifinals of the Catholic League right here in Auburn Hills, Michigan. It's number 1 Orchard Lake St. Mary's taking on Warren de La Salle. My name is Chad Bush alongside Sam Stick Day. Stick, these two teams have met twice already this season. What do we know about the first two matchups that we can expect here tonight?
Well, the one thing that's kind of a variable is Phoenix Glasner. I mean, we want to talk about that going into this game for De La Salle. We've seen them play the first two games. The first game we called was his first game back. You could tell he was working into a rhythm. But him contributing to this lineup has really changed what they are going into the March Madness season, which is probably the most important time.
Meanwhile, Orchard Lake St. Mary's continues to thrive and move along. 14 straight wins for St. Mary's. As you get a look at Phoenix Glasner, 21 points his last 6 games. He's been fabulous. The St. Mary's defense will be tested by Glasner.
Yeah, they definitely will. He's going to be able to kind of break them down, get into the lane. At least that's what he's going to try to do, and then kick it to his shooters. And for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, that's the guy that we're going to be focused on too. Trey McKinney, we can't speak highly enough about him, and I was watching him warm up, just having a good time, coming out there, shooting hoops, smiling, hanging with his friends, and that's what it feels like, family atmosphere, especially when you got Sherrod Barnes out there too as a lockdown man-on-man defender. We're going to see him locked up against Phoenix Glasner a little bit tonight.
12-6 are the Pilots. They got here by way of a win against St. John's on Saturday, 50-48. They're riding a 4-game win streak. St. Mary's, the number 1 team in the Catholic League in the regular season in the Central Division. They swept De La Salle, winning by 14 in the first game and winning by 13 points in their second meeting. It's just been a dominant performance against them this year. They expect, though, a battle here tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what the Catholic League is all about. You know, when you get matchups like this, you never know who's going to win because they build up over the year and they become stronger. Both these programs, really strong programs.
You bet. You see the starters tonight. Wilson along with Portis, Glasner, Aikichi, and Julius Wilson and Nick Spicer. We're set to go here momentarily. And there you see the St. Mary's Eaglets, Sherrod Barnes, Daniel Smythe, Trey McKinney, Andrew Smith, and Jaden Savory. Pretty much the same 5 all season long. We're set to go. The semifinals, the game 1 of 2 today here at the arena.
I've been excited all day long, getting these back-to-back matchups between historic programs. First Orchard Lake St. Mary's De La Salle, then Brother Rice Catholic Central.
3-pointer by Trey McKinney is short, the Eaglets' top scorer, the number 13 player in the country. And here we go left to right. Phoenix Glasner running the point. Holder is out for the Pilots.
And there's that matchup right off the bat. Sherrod Barnes versus Phoenix Glasner.
Glasner's runner no good. He's had 2 game winners since his return from surgery on the 5th of January. Shot is long from Barnes, and here comes the Pilots left to right. Glasner, Splash City to start things. 3-0 Pilots. First minute gone by.
And we were talking before the game, watching him warm up. He hit about 7 in a row from pretty much that spot right there. He is such a deadly shooter. I'm surprised St. Mary's let him get that big of a shot off early.
No doubt. Against a zone from this Pilot team. St. Mary's offensively, several threats. That's one of them. Sherrod Barnes, several D1 offers. And he gets a quick answer, and we're tied at 3.
Yeah, and we've seen in past year the zone absolutely gives St. Mary's fits, and Todd Covert has drawn up some nice plays so far this year. That's a nice one, too. When you got shooters like they have kind of all over the floor, it's a lot easier to break that zone.
No doubt. Glasner kick back to Aikichi. Nemeka Aikichi Jump shot up and good. Glasser with a quick 5.
Yeah, no wonder he's been averaging 20 a game.
Floater, Trey too strong. And the rebound pulled off by Wilson.
Yeah, Phoenix with the first 3 shots for his team. And, you know, it's not selfish basketball because they've been great looks.
Really have. Glasser against Barnes. This is a great matchup. Aikichi with a high ball screen. Armani Portis, the second high scorer. Sorry, Stick.
No, they seem to like that 2-man game right there with their big.
Portis, tough luck miss. And here comes Trey and the Eaglets trailing by 2. 2.5 gone by.
You know, this early start has got a weird buzz about the crowd. You know, everybody's still trying to get off work, get here, get some energy in this arena.
Everybody's trying to get right. Elbow jumper, Trey Long. And he's been off early. Here come the Pilots, who've done a nice job defensively. Here's Spicer. To Wilson in the paint, near travel. Aikichi, the West Point commit. No offensive rebound, stick back, no, but a foul is called.
Yeah, big offensive rebound for Julius Wilson on that one. That was a tough possession, a couple tough-looking shots, but to get that offensive rebound and forcing Smythe to catch him on the wrist on the way up, it's a nice look at some free points.
Hustle points. Free throw up and good.
Those are the kind of points you need, though, to beat a team like Orchard Lake St. Mary's. If you want to upset the #1 team in the state, that's what you need to do. Get those freebie buckets.
That's right. The Pilots state champions in 2022 under John Jokai. He's assisted by Mike Malkowitz, Ron Holder, Javon Glasner, and Todd Terry. Barnes, rip, drive, and kick. Trey for 3, no. There's Bugsy Smythe and a reset for the Eaglets. Andrew Smith rattles in a money ball, and the Eaglets have cut it to 1.
And that's the problem with playing zone. You're very susceptible to those offensive rebounds because you're not D'd up. You can't body a man. You're still trying to find them while you're following the shot.
Attack in the paint, Glasner short, rebound Trey, and the Eaglets looking for their first lead. Sherrod dead spot left. Splash City, and the Eaglets have their first lead. They're +2.
And that is something about his game that has really evolved. I remember freshman year we were covering him. It's like, man, this kid's a great defender, and his offensive game really hadn't come around. Now, he already knocked down 2 threes.
All 3 Eaglet buckets from 3. Spicer with the answer from distance.
That's a nice-looking shot by Spicer, too. High release over the defender.
Kick out Barnes, same spot, different result. And a foul on the floor. It's going to go on the Pilots. Or, excuse me, that'll go on Savory. It'll go on the Eaglets. Back the other way.
And if you're the Pilots, you got to be feeling good about the way you're playing right now against Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You're knocking down some big three-pointers. Phoenix has had some nice looks at the hoop. And your defense, even though St. Mary's has knocked down a couple three-pointers, it's forced the non-traditional scorers like Savory and McKinney out of the scoring sheet.
5 3-pointers already in this game. De La Salle, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. Feed in the post. Aikichi. Out to Glasner, and this is a fun battle here against Barnes, huh?
Yeah, I love this. You want to see the premier players going at it. That's one thing about you got to love about St. Mary's man-to-man defense. You know, you're going to get some good matchups, some good ISO looks, and there, a forced turnover.
Let's get it back. Andrew Smith to Trey. Jump shot, good. 3-ball. Eaglets by 2. All 3-pointers for St. Mary's for all their points, 4 of 5. Corner 3, Splash City, that's Portis.
We're getting a shooting display here inside the Oakland Arena.
How about it? 7 triples already. We've got 2 minutes to go in this period. Drive, kick, Barnes, jumper, got it from the free throw line.
You know, we talk about breaking that zone, and Trey McKinney is probably your ideal guy to break any zone. You get him right there at that free throw line. He's a triple threat. You know he can score. You got to collapse on him, and he's going to be unselfish and find the open player.
St. Mary's by 1. Spicer. Surveying the sticky, tight man-to-man by St. Mary's. It's been so good this year, Stick.
There's been a lot of good off-the-ball motion for De La Salle.
Spicer, no. Throw ahead, Trey. Showtime coming up. Or not. Trey missed the dunk, fell down hard. 5-on-4 the other way. Lob by Kichi, foul down low.
Yeah, Trey coming down looking for a foul on that, but sometimes you don't have to go for the showtime. Just lay it up, get it in, and get those 2 points. And he came down and looked like he was holding his knee a little bit, but here's a nice look at it. Trey McKinney, he had the look. And I agree, that's not really a foul. Even if he touches your back just to distract you, that's just kind of gamesmanship right there.
Free throw up and good. Zip Hines off the bench. So does Mason Wisniewski.
And the coach for De La Salle, very complimentary of Wisniewski, said he's a top 5 center that he could play at pretty much every school. And he proved that last year when he got a lot of playing time because of the transfer situation with Savory.
Sure did.
Gets a lot of dunks.
Bouncy. Splits the pair. Tied at 14. 2 touchdowns aside. 60 seconds left in the first.
It's been a fun first quarter for both these teams. Knocking down some big shots. Figuring each other out here in the playoffs.
High post Trey. Tough look. No.
A good defense by De La Salle.
Sure.
I don't think they're going to be going away from that zone anytime soon.
It's kept a minute. Back and forth we go. Aikichi. No shot clock, of course. Portis against Trey. 10 to go. Wilson, drive, floater, up, no. Wisniewski at the buzzer, Barnes, no. And that's how the first quarter ends. Fittingly enough, in a deadlock at 14, we're back to the arena right after these.
My time to shine. He took over. Got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it. Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening. Just a good time.
That's John Jokai, the head coach in his 4th year, already a state title to his credit. Formerly Wall Lake Northern and Livonia Franklin. He learned under No-Go, one of the best at North Farmington. Went to Central Michigan, and a guy that's done great things there. Coach of the Year in 2022. John Jokai done a great job, and family just sold their UAD Coney Island business after 50 years. How cool. Congratulations.
Wait, that was theirs down by Callahan?
And he can wiggle his ears. I almost missed that.
Yeah, Austin Sonnenberg can as well. Remember? We learned that about Austin?
We did. Austin is with the Cruise tonight. Got a 10-day contract.
Yeah, looking back on this first quarter, Phoenix Gloucester with 5 field goal attempts, only knocking down 2 of them, but that's half the attempts for De La Salle. So you can see how much of a presence he is on the court. And here he is to start the second quarter.
4 triples for St. Mary's, 3 for De La Salle in the first.
Yeah, really both teams taking care of the ball. 1 turnover for the entire first quarter. There's some good basketball being played right now.
Really is. Portis high in the left against Zip Hines. And man-to-man. 10-footer short, Trey with a rebound. And here come the Eaglets. Trey for 3, short. And here come the Pilots in a tie game. First quarter stats for the Pilots. They shoot 40% from the floor, but 60% from downtown. Eaglets 67% from downtown, 39% from the floor. Dead even almost. Rip drive, Gloucester to the hole, rejected by Smythe from behind. Bugsy couldn't hold on in the corner, but how about Daniel with a little knock away?
Yeah, that was a great defensive play. Just couldn't corral the ball in the corner here. You see him swipe through, get the block, then the loose ball just, looking up the court a little too soon off his fingertips.
Daniel, one of the captains, a 2-time captain. How about the defense by McKinney off of Spicer? Sticky hands by the All-American 2025 junior.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We talk about Trey McKinney's offensive prowess all the time. Defensively, he's such a big, strong kid. He's tough to move, tough to get off his spot, and he will break up some passes.
61st meeting all time between these schools. Corner 3, Smythe, no. Rebound kept alive, and the Whiz Kid with a wham-bam, and the Eaglets take a 2-point lead.
It seems like that's how all his buckets come. Dirty work and then getting the dunks after.
Dennis Rodman-esque, huh?
Those are the guys that you love to have on your team. No ego, found his niche as the 6th man.
That's right. Isaiah Jones is checked into the lineup. A 6-foot junior at 185 pounds. This is Spicer against Trey. This is a good one. A couple of physical forwards. Pull up Isaiah. Bugsy from behind. Didn't get him this time. And Zeke sticks one. And we're tied at 16. Both teams went for 2 and got it.
Yeah, contradictory to what we saw in the first quarter. That was a nice curl off a screen.
15-footer, that's Sherrod Barnes, number 0.
And that seems to be the guy that De La Salle said, okay, we're going to let him beat us, because they are giving him some wide open looks, whether it be from the free throw line or beyond the arc.
10 points for Sherrod. Splash City. Spicer with a deep ball. And he's got 6. And De La Salle with a 1-point lead. Back and forth we go. What a doozy already as Savory returns for Wisniewski.
Yeah, and that was not only a deep shot, that was a way high shot. Great camera work, even keeping that in frame, how high that was.
Yeah, it's Eli Wiles on camera 3 tonight.
No wonder it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to have him back in the arena. Corner, Barnes to stay hot. Heat checker, Rebound ripped down by Nemeka Aikichi, the 6'7" West Point commit. Gloucester fell down. It didn't matter.
He kept his dribble.
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Right. Kick corner. Drive off the glass and good. That's Julius Wilson. And De La Salle has a 3-point lead with 5 to go.
It was a great take by Julius Wilson, able to get it off the high glass.
And Hines comes back and sticks a 17-footer. How about the shot make ability in this banger tonight?
Yeah, and we really haven't seen Hines have his breakout game yet, but we know he's a scorer. He's a pest when he's got the ball in his hands, just a super quick player. And that mid-range looks good on him.
Sure does. Sticky defense around Gloucester. Had it knocked away, but that's because there was contact and a foul.
It's the second on Smith. Smith's looking around like, on me? They're going to check in Bugsy. Smythe for Smith.
The ever popular substitution. How about that by Wilson, the 10th grader?
That's what you love about calling these programs. There's always some good underclassmen on the court.
Sherrod Barnes in transition, forget about it. Count it and the foul. They will count that and a foul, hoop in the harm. Sherrod Barnes and the blocking foul.
Yeah, Sherrod Barnes kind of got a gift there because that ball was not going in. This layup he's going to have to shoot 2 free throws, but off the backboard. And you know what? Why not? If you're up that high anyways, volleyball spike it off the backboard.
Oh, man. So Barnes now with 12. St. Mary's by 1.
And St. Mary's can close that gap so quickly. You look up, they were down by 3. Now they're up by 1.
Back and forth we go. We'll have the lead changes here shortly. We've got our stat crew tonight. That's a timeout, John Jokai.
Oh, he got that timeout in right before the turnover.
Man.
St. Mary's sneaking in a press.
Coming back to the arena. Some hot action early. Thanks for hanging with us. We're the Prep.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Eaglets by 2. He's Sam Stick Day. My name is Chad Bush. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Happy February, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day in advance. If I don't see you tomorrow. Oh, that is a hard hit by the senior forward Aikichi. An insult to injury. It's going back the other way. The big fella at 6'7", 220. Banged into that bottom stanchion. Advertising post, table,
mobile desk. He moved it about 10 feet when he bumped into it. Big fella.
Little high-low. Savory missed it thanks to the Aikichi defense. And Savory hasn't been a factor yet in this game, a guy that's been dominant in stretches the last 10, 15 games.
Yeah, Savory and McKinney. That's what I was saying. So they're like, all right, Sherrod Barnes, it's your night to beat us. If you can do it, go for it. My goodness, what a take by Phoenix Glasner. Up and off the glass over Trey McKinney.
That's the skill level, ultra athletic, jet quick, and he got beyond the Eaglet defense, and he gets a bonus.
Yeah, able to use his quickness to get around Trey and then bump back into him. And like I said, Trey's a big fella. If he hits you, you're going down. That's what happened. He was able to keep his balance and get it off the glass.
It's been a different team since Phoenix Glasner came back. Pilots finished 6-6 in this league, but don't let that fool you. They're on a 4-game win streak. They've won 7 close games this year. They've won 6 of the 7 they've been in. It's been decided in the final 20 seconds. 2 buzzer beater game winners. Savory underneath, and he walked with it after a fine save on a Trey miss. And Trey McKinney's night has been a rough one. Just 3 points in the game and 3 rebounds, but his shooting numbers are off.
Yeah, we talked about, De La Salle 6-6 in the division, but we saw this with Orchard Lake St. Mary's last year. They were the bottom of the division and went on to the Final Four in the States, just causing havoc once they got into the playoffs. And there's that man again.
Missed 3, rebounded by Akichi, and Spicer with a 3, and the Pilots have their largest lead of the night, a 4 with 3 to go. Trey, Splash City, second bonus ball of the night. Hasn't been his sharpest shooting night, but if we know one thing about Trey, it's critical junctures clutch shots.
And that was a huge shot for momentum for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You could start to feel the energy in this place starting to pick up, and De La Salle was snatching all the momentum out of the gym.
The answer, no. Trey on the run, sprinting. Kick, corner, Bugsy for three. No. Savory, big boy rebound. Stick back and a foul. It'll go on Aikichi. It's a blue-collar, workman-like Savory effort. And it'll get rewarded line left with 2 shots and a chance for the Eaglets to regain the lead.
And you saw Smythe with kind of the step-back 3 there. Here's a nice look at number 3, Spicer, knocking it down. That's sky ball again for Spicer. Beautiful-looking shot. That's his 3rd of the night. My goodness. But you saw Smythe kind of do a step back to the 3-point. If you look at the 3-point line, it's kind of wonky. You know, here at Oakland University, they marked it off with check marks. It's not really a complete line.
Yeah.
And if you're a shooter, that could mess with you visually.
It'd be nice to see a little better effort out of the facilities folks. But either way, it is what it is. Here we go. 27 all, 2:09 to go. Right corner Portis, rip, drive, reverse rejected by Savory. Portis, though, has his back and lays it in. A little high English. Wow, what a tempo.
You hate that as a defender, too.
Trey contested, 6'7", guy in his eyes, doesn't matter. He's back on track, and it's a 29-all game.
And that's his sweet spot, at that free throw line. I mentioned it every game we call. It's almost 90% from there. So when he's struggling, that's where he needs to get to.
90 seconds left in this glorious first half at the Arena. Oakland University, that's a turnover, a rare one tonight.
What a fun matchup it's been. De La Salle is playing some of their best basketball of the season, and you know, I like their strategy. Look at that pass too. Nice chest pass to Trey in momentum, pull up from the free throw line. Tough to stop that.
Trey with 8, Sherrod with 13. Meanwhile, 9 for Spicer, all from downtown. 8 for Glasner, who had a hot start, and that is out of bounds. Now the other official might come in and change this and get it right, and yeah, they're going to get it right. Yep, it's good work, good communication.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Great work by the officials, and great work by Trey McKinney using the hustle to get there right before Phoenix Glasner, who is a pretty darn good wide receiver too, so he's got the wheels on him.
Yep. And the official was trying to get back there. He's one of the more athletic officials I've seen. And he just was in a tough spot, but he accepted the help. I love it. Hines, floater, long corner left, no. And here come the Pilots with 45 seconds left in a tie game.
This is what you signed up for, the Catholic League playoffs.
14 all at the end of the first quarter. And we're 29 all with 30 seconds left in the first half. The Eaglets on a 14-game win streak. #1 in the state of Michigan. In a battle tonight in the semifinals at the Arena.
You can see they're trying to force Portis to his left, just taking away that right-hand dribble.
Ball screen, Portis to the rack against Savory, draws the foul with 6 seconds left. And a chance for the Pilots to take the advantage late in this quarter.
And you love that out of Portis. Like I said, they were trying to take away his left, so what does he do? He works to the right side of the court to give himself some more space, able to use his quickness and get right into the body of Jaden Savory.
It is the second foul on Savory. Is it the second on Savory? It is the second. So Todd Covert was out on the court, not happy. There you see the 9th-year bench boss. Todd took his team to the Final Four last year, Division I, after they finished last in the Central Division. 5 out of 5. Didn't even make this tournament. They sat home and watched 4 other teams play in the semis. But they took it personal and took it to the next level, won 5 in a row, and got to the Breslin before falling to a hot Muskegon club in the semifinals of Division I. The previous year was De La Salle on the outside looking in. Didn't make the tournament. Watched other teams go to Callahan Hall and play the Final Four of their division. Didn't even make it. And what do? They go on. They beat St. Mary's in a buzzer beater and go on after that quarterfinal win against their league foe and win the state title. 2-1 buzzer banker, no. And the Pilots will take a 2-point advantage to the tunnel. Back and forth we go. You wanted the best games. We got them tonight on the Prep at the Yo Arena. Glad you're with us for the CHSL semifinals presented by Success Mortgage Partners and Pure Bar Novi. We thank our sponsors, and we're back with analysis, and we'll hear Evan Stockton's interview with Mr. Lee coming up right after this.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Bar Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Welcome back to the Prep. Welcome back to our ongoing coverage of the Catholic League basketball tournament, the semis on Tuesday at Oakland, and the championship at Callahan Hall on Saturday. We're fortunate at the Prep to have some great partners who allow us to cover very cool events like this. And one of our proud partners is Success Mortgage Partners. And we are joined by the co-founder and CEO of Success Mortgage Partners, who also happens to be my uncle and godfather, Owen Lee. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Evan. What an introduction. I'm not sure I've ever had an introduction quite so illustrious as that.
Well, we've never had someone this well dressed on a broadcast. You've got the tie, you've got the vest, the whole thing going. So you're putting us in the game. It's fine. We'll power through it. So for any of those who are watching this interview, the first question to you is, what is Success Mortgage Partners and what do you do on a daily basis?
So Success Mortgage Partners is an independent mortgage bank. So basically what that means is for members of the public who might have a housing financing need to purchase the home of their dreams or to refinance to help put themselves and their family in a better economic position, we make that happen. We help finance the American dream, whether that's through a purchase or a refinance, something else that you would need. That's what we do. And we do it right here locally in the state of Michigan, and we're licensed in 42 states across the country.
You bring up a lot when you speak to those working with Success Mortgage Partners, explaining the business about how it is a family-centered environment. That's one of the core tenets of the business. Why is it important for Success Mortgage Partners to be family-centered, family-based, not just with those that you work with, but also those who work within the company on a daily basis?
Well, the reason why that's so important, Evan, is because when you think about the home ownership purchase, for 95+% of the people out there, it is the most important purchase of their lifetime at the moment they make it, and largely throughout the rest of their life. Home ownership in America is the greatest creator of generational wealth, and nothing else is even close. So what we specialize in is not just getting you a mortgage and helping you close on time to complete that transaction, which is something that we do dozens and dozens and dozens of times every single day. but it's also to consult with you and make sure that that mortgage is a financial tool completely conforms to and accomplishes the number one financial goal of you and your family. And that could mean different things for different people at different times. So there are a lot of companies out there that might be able to get you a decent rate, and we can do that. And there are fewer companies, but still some that can get you to the closing table on time, and we can do that. But there are a very few amount of companies that really take the time to get to know you, to get to know your family, to make sure that every aspect of that financial decision is something that helps you accomplish your individual family's goals and dreams. And we think that's very, very important. It's been a cornerstone of ours since our founding in 2002.
I'd have to imagine the people that you work with enjoy knowing that they're not working with a robot. They're dealing with another human being with not problems like them. And that's got to be the idea behind it all, right?
Absolutely. Satisfied clients, borrowers, homeowners, and people creating generational wealth for their families is absolutely the core foundation of our business.
Once again, speaking of the business, this broadcast could not happen without the proud presenting sponsors of Success Mortgage Partners and Pure Bar Novi. Heard a rumor the lady who owns Pure Bar Novi is really near and dear to our hearts, and she does a fantastic job.
She does. She does.
She's
She's
great.
been keeping me in shape for, one might say, my entire life.
Something like that. Why was it important specifically for Success Mortgage Partners to partner in this event, the Catholic League Basketball Finals, which are being held in Metro Detroit throughout this week?
Well, I am a big believer in and a fierce advocate for Catholic education. And it was something that my parents sacrificed so that I could benefit from a Catholic education when I was growing up. It was important for me to do that for my 3 kids. And it's something that I think just adds an enriching aspect to the educational experience, both inside the classroom and outside the classroom. I can think of many, many instances in my life, again, both inside and outside of the classroom, where I benefited from not just a great education and a great environment, but a great Catholic education and a great Catholic environment. So it's something that we really, when we look to reinvest in the community, when we look to give back, it's something that you might say is right up our alley.
You're allowed to admit you're a Catholic Central alum. It's fine. It's okay.
Yes, and there's that aspect of it as well. Go Shamrocks.
Yes, and we also have to say another co-founder of Success Mortgage Partners is a brother Rice Warren. If you don't believe people can't get along, we got Rice and CC people working together in harmony. Somewhat.
If you can imagine that, a 22-year partnership coming up this June, 100%, Catholic Central and Brother Rice. Who would have thought it?
And oh, by the way, Catholic Central and Brother Rice are playing in one of the games we are broadcasting today.
So I have heard. So
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Those old allegiances never die, and neither do the old rivalries.
That's true. Last one for you, Owen. Appreciate you.
Yes.
For anyone who has been intrigued by this conversation, who wants to learn a little bit more about the business, how can they do that?
So the best thing for them to do would be to give me a call. I'm fortunate enough to work with over 100 licensed loan officers at our company, Success Mortgage Partners. Like I said, 42 states across the nation, just in the state of Michigan, all the neighboring states, Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, all the southern states, the southeast states, the states that are growing, be interested in buying an investment property, whether that's in Florida or South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, all the way to California, from Maine to California. So that would be something that you could give us a call. And specifically, if you could give me a call, I'm at 734-822-9792. Again, that's 734-822-9792. I would not be the one that you would be dealing with for your individual home ownership or refinancing needs, but I would be the best person to steer you to that person based upon your geography, your place in life, and what you're trying to accomplish. Like I said, I'm fortunate enough to work with well over 100 licensed loan officers, and we will absolutely put you with the one that's just going to meet your financial goals and needs.
Owen Lee, co-founder, CEO of Success Mortgage Partners, huge Catholic League basketball fan, making sure this event can go on the right way. Owen, thanks so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Evan. Have a great game.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
First half highlights. It was Phoenix rising early, but the Eaglets would get down from deep, 4 of 5 to start the game. Sherrod with a couple of them. Smitty rattled one home, and the Eaglets were off to a fast start. But back and forth we would go. The score would be tied 6 times. Lead changes, how about 10 of them? There you see Sherrod, 2 of 5 from distance. But Spicer with 3 triples. And it wasn't the headliner, Sam Stick Day. It wasn't your top dog in McKinney. It wasn't your top dog necessarily having his best night in Glasner. It's been the undercard guys in Spicer and Barnes getting off in this first half.
Yeah, and whenever you have even matchups like this, the role players play a huge pivotal part, and really you're looking at it pretty much an even ball game across the board. The only place I see any advantage was 3 blocks for St. Mary's and 0 for De La Salle. But other than that, this has been a pretty even ball game. Both teams have to feel pretty good about how they played in the first half, but also know that they can improve.
Well said. Barnes they left open. Smitty in the corner. Andrew Smith with his second triple try. Uncommitted senior, and this is a guy that you'd think would be a good get if you're a college program.
Yeah, consummate role player like we were talking about. You know, when you're playing on a team with all these stars, you need that guy that's not going to fight and say, I need mine, I need mine. He takes his when he gets it, and he takes advantage when he gets his shot.
Really an unheralded player. Aikichi picks up the offensive foul. There's the fine feed from Barnes, who's been figuring out the distribution part of things too. But Smith with another snipe, and the Eaglets are +1. Little 2-3 zone being flashed. Joe Kyle throw a few at you, 1-3-1. Trey in the paint, goes up and draws the foul.
He's just so patient when he gets on that block. He's never going to force the issue, never going to do something too quick. What he does is he uses that size, uses his body leverage, and is able to force the foul there. Nice pass by Savory, too, getting it to him. And look at pump fake, shoulder bump, help with the left hand. Just so crafty.
Definitely a good way to describe Trey. Master of the mid-range, but he can score on the block. He can finish. There's Todd Covert in his 9th year. Regular season championship for Covert and the Eaglets this year. But they want the tournament, and that'll have to run through De La Salle. And the winner of the game after us between Brother Rice and Catholic Central. What a rivalry game we'll have. That's a push on Smith. Todd Covert says settle down.
Yeah, that's a tough foul because I don't mind that if I'm a coach, right? It's away from the basket. It's not really going to hurt the team, and it's an aggressive foul. He just right there, he didn't expect the player to get it and stop before half court and kind of ran into him.
Ten lead changes. Eaglets by 1. No team is led by more than 4 points. Spicer with 9 points to lead the way. Shot up short. Here comes Trey McKinney. Floater off the glass, too strong. And here come the Pilots with Portis. He's had a game winner to his credit earlier this year on the road in Novi against Catholic Central. The Pilots also nipped CC in Warren. Tough luck rollout there for Portis. And here come the Eaglets +2 with under 6 to go in the third.
That's one thing you can say about De La Salle this season. They have been clutch when they've needed to be.
Dish down low, savory from Trey McKinney, and a nice high-low game there by the two high major prospects.
Yeah, with Trey McKinney being able to break down and get in the middle of that zone, it's going to draw a lot of attention, and all Savory has to do is stand there with his hands out.
Trey bats away a Julius Wilson pass. The Eaglets have matched their largest lead of 4, and John Jokai wants to talk it over. We'll step aside from the beautiful arena in Rochester. Are we in Rochester, Auburn Hills? I'm always confused by that. I digress. Trey McKinney to Savory for the sweet finish for St. Mary's +4.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
There's Todd Covert, a graduate of St. Mary's and a graduate of Oakland U. And how about Todd and what he's done at his alma mater in his 9th year? He's really had this program on the rise since he took over from his mentor, George Porritt, who also had a fine career, including a state title in 2000 with Jermaine Gonzalez, Maurice Seawright. Jermaine Gonzalez, the athletic director currently for the Eaglets. But Todd, a all-state golfer at St. Mary's. I'll tell you, we got some great coaches that can golf in the building. Greg Campy, Todd Covert, and Rick Palmer, all in this building at the same time. I mean, you could have a little mini tour with those three. I wouldn't mess with anybody in a 4-man scramble with those. You can throw anybody in that 4 spot.
Yeah, no, that's the scramble I want to be a part of.
Right, yeah. I'll carry the bags. I'll carry the nooners, whatever.
And then when they use one of your shots, you're like, yes, I did it.
Eaglets with their largest lead by 5 with 5 to go. Trey from mid-post, no. And here comes Amani Portis on the hustle.
Monty Portis is a guy that kind of took the lead while Phoenix Glasner was out, and he's kind of shifted back to that Robin-type role.
How about the passing to Portis? Didn't finish. Barnes, corner, Smythe, 3, long. Portis with a rebound.
Yeah, Smythe's had some good looks at the hoop tonight. They're leaving him wide open in the corner, and that's usually a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Wilson for 3, no. Big boy box out by Savory, and it's going back to the Eaglets. How about that box out?
Yeah, great box out, but I didn't think Phoenix had to touch that ball. It looked like Savory hit it last, and it was going out of bounds. But when you're ultra athletic like a Phoenix Glasser, you're like, I can make this play, no problem.
Yes, you gotta believe. Both teams shooting around 40%. Smythe again. Short. Aikichi with a big boy rebound, and here comes Glasner and company. Spicer to stay hot. Sherrod sells the charge, didn't get it. Spicer made him pay. He's got 11. He's the high scorer for the Pilots.
He's got such a pretty jump shot, too, and he releases it. A lot of rotation on that ball. St. Mary's attacking this zone a little bit different here in the second half. Trey McKinney was the guy in the middle, but now they have Smith flashing there, and that time he pitches it down to Jaden Savory for the layup.
Savory with his first points. He's had big game, 5 points now for Savory, my bad. His second bucket. What an addition this year, Jaden Savory. Sherrod Barnes with a rip and a steal. 3-on-3 for the Eaglets. Trey pull-up 18-footer is short.
Todd Covert just puts his hands on his head. That is what Larry Brown would call not playing the right way.
Yeah.
You can always get that shot, is what coaches will tell you. So try to get the shot that is easier to make.
Yep. Portis against Smythe. And that was blocked by Smythe. Second block of the game. Down low, Aikichi gets the loose change from Spicer. It's a 1-point game.
And the scoreboard in-house is wrong. It's got 39-36. They accredited an extra bucket to St. Mary's.
Counted in a foul. That's Jaden Savory. Back-to-back buckets. And the big boy looking to get some more bodies to bounce off him. Doubles as a tight end, defensive end stick.
But there you go. You got Smith in the middle of that zone, and now you have Savory sealing on the block. That's the adjustment that Covert made at halftime. Like, okay, Trey's not going to be in the middle anymore. We're going to put Smith there. That'll give Trey some more opportunity to drive, and they're going to use the big body of Savory down low.
And that's a really smart move because Smith is a heady guy that, as you see the Warriors warming up, that can pass and make good decisions from that high post.
Yeah,
Double as the second point guard.
I thought it was smart to put Trey there just because he's got the size and, he can do it all.
Sure.
But you've seen here early in the second half, Trey's been able to get some easy buckets by driving and finding other guys too, now that he's a wing.
Really getting others involved. Well, Trey with an offensive rebound, no. Wisniewski stick back, yes! The Wiz Kid with his 4th point. And some energy off that Eaglet bench.
And here's the lineup we really haven't seen much this year.
3 tough luck miss for Spicer.
Savory and Wisniewski on the court at the same time for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Barnes for 3, his 3rd of the night. And the Eaglets are up 7, make it 8 with under 2 to go. Trey 2 of 4 from distance. Ball loose in the backcourt. And how about Hines all over and in the shorts of Portis? Glasner, rather.
Still fascinated with the big lineup for St. Mary's.
Spicer to the hole, blocked by Savory. Trey on the run and fouled at midcourt. And it was a good foul. John Jokai is irate right now.
He's pushing his player off of him.
Yeah.
He's got something to say to that official.
That is not his normal character. And so something's upset. The 4th year former state coach of the year.
Now they are calling that a breakaway foul. I didn't think it would be because De La Salle had another player down the court guarding.
That's what he's upset about, evidently.
Because there's Trey, there's the foul right there, but you can see Smith down in the corner with a defender on him. So it's an interesting call.
It is. You can understand the livid response from John Jokai, former North Farmington Raider, former Central Michigan Chippewa.
Let's be honest, Jokai's trying to snap his guys out of it. They were in control of this game. They had the #1 team in the state on the ropes here in the first half, and the 3rd quarter has kind of gotten away from them. So, coaches see that in their teams. They want to fire them up and let them know, I got your back too. It's us against the world. Let's go get it.
And much different than the first 2 matchups where St. Mary's really looked in control for most of the first halves in games 1 and game 2. Not here in game 3. It's been back and forth. Trey McKinney from 18 feet, and the Eaglets enjoying their largest lead of the night. They're up a dozen with under a minute to go.
And that's what putting him on the wing against that zone does. Now he's got space to work baseline. He can get his own jumper. He doesn't necessarily have to be the facilitator out of the middle.
13 for McKinney, 16 for Barnes for the Eaglets, 11 for Spicer. Elbow jumper good from Glasner. He has 10, leaking out the other ways. Barnes, and he gets an easy one from Trey McKinney, who tossed the dime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking 2 plays ago. Glasner splitting the defense like he did. The shot was nice, but splitting the defense was better.
Reach in, and a foul is called by the far side official. And that'll go on Sherrod. That'll be his first. Sherrod with 18 points now. As we get another look at the rip and the drive and the foul.
Tough to tell from that angle because the backs were to us. The official had a better look. But, you know, I think the officials have called a good game so far. It's been kind of let them play. The obvious fouls have been called.
Yep. 18 seconds left. Glasner with the ball. 10 points in this game, and then another foul's called, and you just have to look. Anything right now is probably going to get called if you're St. Mary's, and understandably so.
Well, and that's the penalty of being a big man trying to guard a guard on the outside, right? If that's Zip getting that contact, it's not called. But because Wisniewski's a little bigger guy, it causes a bigger scene when you bump into him.
Yeah. And if it's sold properly.
Yeah.
Between the rings, pull up, 3 at the buzzer, no. Hines with a rebound, and that's how we go to the 4th. It's an Eaglets 3rd that makes the statement. Tied after 1. A 2-point deficit at halftime, but the Eaglets are plus 10 in the 3rd. Thanks to plays like this from Sherrod Barnes, who leads them with 18.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Pilots having a fine season, 12-6. Division I all boys. 5-6 in league play, 6-6 if you include their win on Saturday, a 2-point win over Toledo St. John. But look, this team not far removed from a state title in 2022. And you of course will remember Mike Poplawski, Pep. Big Pep played at Michigan State, played for the Kings, played the NBA, saved Bobby Hurley's life. Well, he's a proud alum. The big boy still around and doing active things for the Pilots as things get testy under the bucket by the bigs.
Well, the big fellas are going to work, and there you saw some big offensive rebounds by Jaden Savory, but you know, Aikichi's no small man, and he's going to Army. There's a big reason for that, and he's the exact guy you want fighting for the country.
Yeah, well said. Ball out of bounds goes to Wisniewski, who lays it in. And when things are going right, they're going right. And the Wiz has 6, and the Eaglets have their largest lead of 14 in the opening minute of the 4th. Floater short, might have been blocked by Trey. Savory couldn't save it. Ball out of bounds, baseline left for the Pilots in purple.
Yeah, Wisniewski on that last one, just, you know, another garbage time bucket, just being in the right place at the right time. But guys have made a living off that, even making it all the way to the NBA.
Heidelberg commit for Mr. Wisniewski. Top side, Wilson 3, no. This is the top 3-point shooting team in the league. They're 42% tonight, 5 of 12, but being outshot by the Eaglets from distance, 7 of 15, 47%.
Well, they're 5 of 12 now, but they were 4 of 6 at one point.
Yeah, good point. Trey missed it short. Hasn't been his best shooting night. But boys, he got others involved. Dish down low. Aikichi had it stripped. Wisniewski pulled it out of there. And here come the Eaglets left to right after they force turnover number 8, make it number 9 for the Pilots.
Yeah, De La Salle just seems a little too sped up right now on offense. A little bit of sloppy action going. You want Phoenix to kind of settle it down for them and be that guy.
Eaglets looking for their biggest lead of the night, and it'll come with a rim rupture from the senior, Mason Wisniewski.
We got to have them start keeping a stat on dunks percentage for Manx. He's got to be one of the leaders in the state for that.
I think Glenn Karshnia, the associate head coach, probably has that. Quick bucket by Portis. We'll step aside. Eaglets by 14 at the Arena.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, pinching it off to each other. The dunks were happening. Just a good time.
The number one team in the state of Michigan right now are the Eaglets of Orchard Lake, undisputed, anonymous. 17-1 are the Eaglets, a 14-game win streak out of the Catholic League Central Division. 10-1 their conference record, and co-divisional boys and girls. How about Kareem Rozier, one of their best in 2022 recent times? He's doing good things for the Duquesne Club out of Pittsburgh, and a lot of opportunities for several Eaglets tonight to get to the next level, play college ball, and all five on the floor right now have those aspirations. Trey McKinney with 30-plus offers, continues to make his thoughts about it. Plays like that, hot knife through butter, and Trey has 15 now, and the Eaglets have their largest lead of 16.
Yeah, you know it was only a matter of time before it got going. And there you see, I'm not sure, calling it double technical or perhaps a tech.
Smith and Spicer going at it.
I think it's going to be Sherrod and Spicer. Smith was kind of in the middle of it. Just
double technical fouls assessed. First, number 0.
There's the drive by Trey, and then the shenanigans afterwards.
DSL number 3, Nicholas Spicer, that's his third.
So a double tech. Possession still stays with De La Salle.
Was it Sherrod?
It was Sherrod.
Okay, I owe you an apology.
That's all right.
I am sorry, I was wrong. Right elbow Wilson back out to Spicer against Smith. Largest lead of the night in a game that's seen the lead change 11 times and 6 ties. The Eaglets are starting to pull away with 5.5 to go in this fourth.
Yeah, and if you're De La Salle, you know, you saw them start their press a little bit on the inbounds play for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They're going to start trying to take some risks, force some turnovers because they need those extra possessions.
Number 32, Nameka Aikichi. He replaces Nicholas Spicer.
Substitution. Spicer comes back, and they'll check out Isaiah Jones. Pass picked off. 3-on-1. Smith, Trey. Shot up, no, but a blocking foul.
That was just a wonky play altogether. You have a 3-on-1 pass, fast break. You drop it off to Trey. Trey tries to pull up so he doesn't get the charge, but the defender falls before he was even contacted. It was
odd timing about everything.
Yeah, just an odd basketball play all the way around.
Awkward. Trey flushes with a free throw. The Eaglets have been a plus free throw shooting team this year. They're 6-9 tonight. Trey now with 16 points. Barnes with 18 points. Wisniewski with 8. Savory with 7. Smith with 6. Very good balance for the Eaglets. Meanwhile, 11 for Spicer. 3 of them three-pointers. Glasner with 10. Portis with 9. They're big three doing their thing. But the Eaglets have been too much tonight here in the fourth and in the third, where they took a 10-point advantage after they led by 2 at the break. Timeout on the floor. We're coming back to the arena right after these.
you, Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
We want to thank our friends at Papa Romano's and Mr. Pita, located in Auburn Hills, right down the road, now serving Mr. Pita in Auburn Hills. Delicious pitas and pizzas, all in one location.
Had some good pizza. Some good eating earlier, Chad. You know,
Yeah.
I called you earlier. I was like, hey, are we going to be eating at this game?
And I said, oh, yeah, we're going to have some good eats. There you see Todd Covert and his associate head coach Len Karshnia. Brad Crichton and Marcus Webster are also assistants, along with Lauren Bowman. Bowman making his return to the arena where he played for a season. In and out, Spicer, no. Foul on the floor. It's going to stay with the Pilots. And it looks like they're going to get Bugsy Smythe with a hold on the rebound attempt.
Yeah, he just kind of pushed him in the back to try to box him out. That's tough, though. When you're the smaller guy, you want to get physical with the big 6'7" fella. You just push him a little too hard.
It's been a real foul-free night. Well officiated, I must say. Last time we were in this building, I don't know if you could say the same. Reverse up and good. That's Armani Portis with a reverser. And it's 58-40.
Yeah, Portis has kind of been quiet tonight. You expected him to kind of have a nice big game, but really the guy that's been the number 2 has been Spicer.
Yep. Trey Short with a shot, back to Smythe, and Todd Covert wants to run some clock.
He yelled to reset it right in Smythe's ear. Reset!
Don't you think of that. These two teams met back in January in the 5th in Orchard Lake. It was a 14-point win for St. Mary's. They played, I don't know, 2 weeks later, and it was a 13-point win in Warren against De La Salle for St. Mary's. Both have been a part of their 14-game win streak. A win streak that was advanced after their win on Saturday morning at Marion High School with a 62-38 win over Toledo Central Catholic. Brother Rice and Catholic Central are next. We'll have that on the prep on a different link. Savory in trouble, had it stripped, got it back, and Trey finds it and gets fouled.
Interesting play there. Savory had Trey McKinney cutting to the rim, just couldn't get his hands on the basketball. And then lo and behold, just winds up in Trey's hand. Glasner's like, all right, enough of this possession. Let's end it. Let's reset. Just kind of reaches in.
Nice fortuitous hop.
Yeah. All right, I'm done with that possession.
Let's do a reset.
You see they've switched out of that zone. They've gone straight man-to-man now.
We'll see how much trapping and aggressiveness. Todd Covert wanted a foul. He got it. He also got a talking to by the far side official not to get too much closer.
Oh, man, the body language was just like, Coach, I got this.
Yeah, you see the replay there.
I'm sorry. Yep, you got it.
I
You're
crossed
right.
the line. Hey, he admitted it. Line right, Trey.
That's a great job by the official, though. When you could get a coach to respond like that, you know, you're not escalating the situation. You're not playing into the situation. Just like, hey, let me do this.
Yeah.
This is what I'm here for.
It's been a solid crew. Trey Quench on the free throw, and he is now the leading scorer in the building with 19. A couple points below his average. 17 shots for Trey tonight. 7 of 8 from the free throw line where he's made his most money. Missed shot, second chance, new life for the Pilots who are down 18. Floater, Baker, long. Trey with a big boy rebound, and here come the Eaglets, who are in no hurry right now.
Like Isaiah Jones' intensity, though. I mean, he is all up on Trey right now, and that's how you got to guard him, right? You got to be physical with a guy like Trey. You got to try to get him off his spot.
It's the 5th team foul, so 2 shots coming for Trey. He can look to add to the gaudy number.
Yeah, that's the problem with just switching to man right now. Now you're in foul trouble because you're trying to be a little too aggressive. Puts you in a bad position. You got to hand it to Orchard Lake St. Mary's defense here in the second half. And they've only allowed 11 points so far through quarter and a half.
Tight man-to-man defense. They want to keep the ball on one side of the floor, switch on ball screens, and just adjust well after scouting. Trey now with 21, Black Jack for the All-American and the Division I Player of the Year in the state of Michigan last year as a sophomore. Cool 20-point lead for the Eaglets with 3 to go in this game. Looking to win their 15th straight game and their 18th of the year.
Trey wanted that rip so he could redeem himself for the rim stuffing him early. Showtime was in the eyes. But that's just another good look at the defense. I mean, that's blindside steal coming from the defender that you're not really even paying attention to. But because Smith was playing such good man-to-man, he was able to leave his defender.
61st meeting all time. St. Mary's with a slim 2-game lead in the series. Glassner for 3, no. Wisniewski with a rebound, and Smythe will clear ahead.
Yeah, actually, when we first called these two at the first game of the season, it was 29-29 in that series, so that was the tiebreaker.
That's right. Back on January the 5th. 54-40 St. Mary's win. But these two teams may meet again. They met in the quarterfinals a couple years ago, and the Eaglets favored in that game. The final seconds saw an air ball fall in the lap of Tristan Nichols, who laid it in for a quarterfinal win. The buzzer.
Crazy moment for both squads, really.
Yeah, and it spurred De La Salle under John Jokai to a state championship in just his second year.
And this is where the shot clock would come in handy for high school basketball. And I get it. I mean, it's a 20-point game. It's kind of a moot point at this stage of the game, but really, watching the young men just dribble the ball out, you would rather them see them clear out the benches and bring in some players like they're doing now to get some basketball here at the end of the game.
Yeah. Looking ahead at the next game, Catholic Central and Rice have split in the regular season. Catholic Central won a buzzer beater in Novi, and then Brother Rice returned the favor in Birmingham with a blowout win. And so it'll be interesting here to see what happens in game 2.
Yeah, I was excited when you sent me the schedule. Like, hey, here's the 4 teams. I mean, any way you match these 4 teams up is good, but having one matchup during this that was already split, and it's the rubber match, you know both teams are going to come out here and give each other everything they got.
No doubt. The winner advances to play on Saturday, Callahan Hall. It'll be a 5:30 start for the girls Bishop Division Championship.
Zip Hines with a deliberate foul there to get some more young players in the game for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. A lot of young guys that they brought up onto this team too. When we saw them warming up, a lot of new faces.
Aiden Hanks checks in. Christian Layton also checks into the lineup, along with Axel Newell and the senior Angel Kachovsky, the Macedonian man-child. And he grabs the rebound, and here come the Eaglets, up 21 points, their largest lead, with 60 seconds left in this game, looking to win their second straight CHSL championship this year. And This would propel them to Saturday to have that opportunity. Also into the game is Bella Mateus Jr. 3-ball, no good. Shot up in a foul. Spencer Scott has also checked in for the Pilots, along with Kingston Money, the freshman at 6'3", a guy to keep an eye on.
What a name, too. Kingston Money. I'm buying stock in that name.
Jaden Pogiolo also checks in. Line left is Wilson. The free throw's up and good with 40 seconds left. Also into the lineup is Zachary Wagner.
Checking in for De La Salle, number 24, Zachary Wagner. He replaces Julius Wilson.
And this is what I was talking about. At least, during these last 2 minutes, we're going to get to see some young guys trying to run some plays, maybe get on the scoreboard, put their stats in the school record books. Here you get a look right now at Angel. It's the transfer that Chad was talking about. Running point, silky smooth. He's got that Euro step, tries to pitch it out to Hanks. Hanks a little disappointed he didn't get a chance to fire that one. He was wide open for 3, but a nice take by Axel.
Number 24, Zachary Wagner missed first. Bonus situation at the line for St. Mary's.
So line right, Angel Kachowski. Hard-working kid with a great attitude. Had to sit out last year. Was one of those 3 that had to. He's a shooter, a kid that can play the game, a good feel, and a native of Macedonia. Strong academic kid, and adds some depth to this already St. Mary's team that's so deep. Axel Newell also into the game for the Eaglets. A man who was the quarterback for the majority of the year before getting injured and giving way to Jabin Gonzalez. Jabin Gonzalez has also been called up to the varsity.
You love that they do that right before the state playoffs, just to get those kids an experience of the locker room and what it's going to be like for that intensity.
No doubt. Kingston Money with a long 2 at the horn. Count the bucket. 65-46. Eaglets win it. We'll have our G of the game coming up next, along with some stats and highlights. Game 1 of the semifinals in the books. Don't go anywhere. We're back with highlights, stats, and more.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
First game is in the books. The Eaglets have advanced with a 19-point win over De La Salle, their third win over their rival, the Pilots, this year. And the man to my right, the G of the game, is none other than Sherrod Barnes. And Sherrod, the junior combo guard, doing it all tonight. 18 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. The fours were wild for you. This felt like a game, though, that was a struggle for the first couple quarters.
Yes, sir.
What got going for you guys in the third?
We just, after halftime, coach told us we got to pick up our defense. Our defense was the biggest thing lacking, so we just picked up on defense, got some stops, turned it into offense.
Getting your team out in the run, making decisions, the assist tonight, it felt like your team was more fluid, sharing the basketball. Was that something that's been an adjustment for you guys, or is that something new as of late that you focused more on?
Oh, yeah. We just try to get everybody involved. We know everybody can play. Everybody is high-level competitors, so just move the rock. It's easier to score.
There you see your three-point shooting tonight, also quite efficient. 3 of 6. I know it's something you can do, but was it extra thought tonight to get that involved, or how did the 3-ball feel for you?
It's just something I've been working on. Over the summer, I've been putting in a lot of work on my shot, so I just stay confident, just let it fly.
What's next for you guys? You'll play on Saturday night against the winner of Brother Rice Catholic Central. Your thoughts on which team? Which team would you rather play?
It don't matter. We're going to come to play regardless. We're going to come to play. It don't matter.
Spoken by a true veteran. Playing like a veteran, talking like a veteran. It's all coming together for the Eaglets front man, the point guard, Sherrod Barnes. They win it tonight by 19. Congratulations, our G of the game.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
We'll talk to you on Saturday. Enjoy yourself this week, young man.
Appreciate you.
All right, we're back with highlights, stats, and much more for the Arena at Oakland University right after this.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Looking back at this game and some of the numbers in this contest as St. Mary's wins it by 19. The Eaglets had it coming from different sources. The assist in this game, Stick, just seemed to be aplenty for them. Sharing the sugar was no problem tonight. And when Trey McKinney didn't have it going, shooting the ball his best night, it seemed like his best asset was passing the ball, and it really electrified this team on the offensive end.
Yeah, it looked like early in the game that zone was just going to force Sherrod Barnes or anybody but Trey McKinney to beat him, and Sherrod Barnes, to his credit, was up to the challenge, was able to get St. Mary's through that tough shooting first half, get them into the second half where Trey McKinney kind of took over, and they just kind of dominated from there. But, yeah, you brought it up. The turnovers as well, 11 turnovers for De La Salle and only 6 assists. And they got St. Mary's 14 assists and only 6 turnovers. That, to me, is one of the biggest indicators of the ball game. And in the three-point shooting contest, you know, De La Salle in the first half was 5 of 9. Second half, 0 of 5 from downtown. They just couldn't keep up that shooting pace to knock off the #1 team in the state. And St. Mary's showed you, you got to play a complete game if you want to beat them, not just a half.
Tough team to score against. And a team tonight that had it going from a lot of sources. 21 for Trey McKinney, and he's the high scorer for the Eaglets. 8 points in the game for Wisniewski off the bench, 7 for Savory, 6 for Smith. And the Eaglets go on to win the game by 19. And they win their 15th in a row, and they go to 18-1 on the year. They'll advance to Saturday night to play for the title in the championship against the winner of Brother Rice and Catholic Central. For my partner Sam Stick Day, my name's Chad Bush. We'll talk to you in a minute as we bring you the Warriors and the Shamrocks from the Arena right after this. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
Contributions to his high school and everything. And so, you know, we had some reinforcements there that really unfamiliar faces that just played hard and fit in. You know, they came in and understood what Cruz basketball is about. They went out and they took that to heart.